and welcome. This is Melissa Armo with the Stock Swoosh, and it's earnings season, which is a great time to trade, specifically the strategy that I trade, which is based on gas. So I'm doing an earnings season deluxe package. This gets you several classes and subscriptions to prepare yourself to not only trade and make money this earnings season, but earnings seasons throughout the next calendar year. So let's take a look at it. This is me. If you haven't heard of me, I appear on TV. If you'd like to contact me, if you have questions, you can always call me at 929-3200-GAP. You can email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com, and you can follow me on all social media at The Stock Swoosh. And again, I talk on TV about the stock market, and I talk on TV about trading. So we're getting into, can't even believe it, almost the start of summer. So it's May, it's officially May, and in a few weeks it will be Memorial Day, which is the beginning of summer. In fact, it was 80 degrees on Saturday in New York City, which I'm just thrilled because it's the time of the year where it's beautiful to go outside, be in Central Park, wherever you live in the country or in the world. Again, no one wants to sit inside all day and work an 8-10 hour day job in an office. So trading is a great summer job because what I do, I trade in the morning quick fast and I'm done by 10 o'clock, 10:15, and that's it. So it's a really nice job because you can trade and be done very quick in the morning. But you really have one goal when you trade, one goal, and that is to make money. And I've been teaching people now for 14 years, actually. And whenever I teach people, I talk to them, and people are always telling me how they don't have the consistency. In fact, I just talked to a gentleman over the weekend. He's like, I'm just not consistent. I make money some days, lose money the next. You've got to be consistent. Otherwise, you can't do this. Not only can you not do it for a career, but you can't even do it long term, even on the side, if you're going to have to continue to refund your account. So you need to be profitable, and that takes the right information and the right knowledge. Whether you want to do it full-time or part-time, it doesn't matter. You've got to have the right knowledge if you want to participate in the market and trade and actually be successful. So I've been putting the rolling stats in here for 2024, which seems like it was long time away now last year. But in the room, average risk per trade, I've upped my risk a little bit. It was about 3,500 for my day trades. These are all day trades on margin. 901,138 for the results for last year in the room. I had a 69% win ratio, which is excellent. It's very good. And then I also trade options, but I'm risking an average of $8,000 a trade risk on my options, which is an advanced trader risk, and I made over $3.8 million. Now, again, this is a newsletter, so this is not the room. The room is not an options room. You have to participate, be live in the room to be in the room. Here, you don't have to be. You can be anywhere in the world, actually, and just get the email to get the newsletters to do the trades. 70% win ratio, pretty much even Steven last year for 2024 for the newsletter results. And so stats for last year using my system, which was the Golden Gap, if you were somebody that had participated last year and wanted to use an advanced trader risk, or you could risk more actually, you could have made over 4.7 million. So I sometimes show beginner risk in webinars. And we'll try to do that more in the emails this year. A beginner risk could be $100, it could be $500, it could be $1,000. Again, I think anything where you're starting to get $3,000 or more is really an advanced trader risk to me, and you should be experienced using the system to risk that amount, even if you have the cash. You want to get used to the system before you're trading it. This is through the 29th here. I have the stats in here for the room for this year, for 2025. 469,857. I will update this week if I have time. Through the beginning of May, 69% win ratio for the room. Again, so far this year, we're 4 months into the year, and then the options, we've had an outstanding year to start options. This isn't updated the last week either, but again, really strong start to 2025, 4 months into the year, because we've had a lot of opportunity in the market, a lot of volatility. We've captured that. I'm mostly short, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Over 2.1 million this year. So 76% win ratio for the options this year, which is incredible. So I got to keep it up. I've been very focused. I've been very focused on everything I do. Again, this is not through the last week, but over 2.5 million so far year to date, on track, 4 months into the year to have a bigger year this year. And again, part of it is I'm using the system that I'm doing now. I've been trading now for 17 years. I'm very good at what I do. I don't do anything else. I only teach and only trade what I do, what I invented, what I know. I'm not doing a million different things. I never will. There's no need to. When I want to make more money, I just take more risk or bump my risk up or even do sometimes more trades. The option newsletter is a very active newsletter. Again, you can see there's a lot of trades on the newsletter. But getting back to what I was saying, if it's something you want to do, anyone can do it. You have to have the cash to train. Okay, you have to have money to train, and you have to have money to sign up for my class to learn it. Okay? If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't risk money in the market. Unfortunately, a lot of people do. And then they wonder why they lose. And then they get a negative attitude. So start fresh and start from the jump with a positive attitude, learning what to do, getting a system down pat before you go into the market and risk your own money. And then you can start on a better path. Again, education is extremely, extremely important. And, for me, the focus that I have on the short side also is really my niche plus gaps, because it's my belief system, and in all the years, I knew this very early on, actually, when I started trading before I even knew what I was doing, that in order to become successful, you really need a system and a niche. And so that's why I ended up developing my own system, and I created my own niche, which was shorting. First short I ever took, I made a lot of money. I said, this is it. I want to do it. It happened fast. It happened quick. I didn't take that much risk. I made over $1,000 in several minutes. It was less than 5 minutes. I said, this is it. I want to do this. I want to do this forever and ever and ever. And then I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I knew I wanted to focus on shorting and also that I wanted to focus on gaps. And really, shorting gives me a niche because people get scared. They get scared when they're down, when something's falling. And so again, we're shorting and we're capturing that move, which can happen big and fast and quick. And also a lot of retail traders, day traders don't know how to short. They don't understand it. They're not shorting the right stuff. And I know what to do with that. So how do I figure it out? How do I know what to do? How do I narrow it down every day to get all the picks that I just reviewed and the stats for this year and last year? I rate the gap. So I get up every morning, use my Golden Gap 26-point rating system to determine which gap I want to trade using a checklist. This checklist helps me decide what I want to trade. If it rates 20 points or more, then I take it in the direction of the gap. So here was today's day trade in Apple. We shorted it. Short was 203.30, exited 202.20. It came down, it broke 200. I don't know what the low of the day ended up being in this exactly. Again, the day was a good day to short this, but it came down to 198 and change, so I definitely could have made more money in this. I definitely could have held it longer, but again, I like to trade in the morning, quick, fast, and be done. And again, I made 47.25. That was a good, fast, quick trade in the morning, in and out. I like to do fast trades in the morning. We also did puts in this too, but I could have held this. It was a good gap. Again, I rated it, and you will learn how to do this in my class. I mean, it's just one of these things where there's so much opportunity right now happening, not only because it's earnings season, but because of the volatility we're seeing in 2025 with the new administration and things happening across the globe and markets. So if you want to be successful, the best thing you can do for yourself is get a system, learn a system that has a high win ratio and that's consistent. And to learn it from someone that authored the system, that invented the system like me, is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Because I'm the only one that teaches the class, ever, ever, ever. And I'm the one that makes the picks, rates the gap in the morning, and calls the trade. So again, it's a special opportunity to join. And a lot of people right now are just not positioned well with their trading, don't have any set strategy. I know people have started out the year very choppy, winning, losing, people are down. I have a lot of people calling me now telling me they're losing money in futures. That's not something that I have any interest in doing and never traded it. I like to trade stocks. We do trade the market. I'll do the QQQs, the SPY, and the diamond, sometimes the ETFs. But think about where you're at right now. Are you positioned well for the future, into the rest of 2025 with your trading and with your finances to do it? Again, it's 1 weekend commitment to do the class, to learn the system, and then in the morning, a half an hour a day. It's not that much of a time commitment. But, the class, the main class, the Golden Gap class that I teach is on a weekend. It's always on a weekend. And it's really important to learn, because if you learn how to do something, you're going to have 100% conviction in it, you're going to be able to risk your own money, you're going to understand it, and then again, when things wiggle and jingle, you'll hold through the trade to get the profit. Some of the options that I have on there in the stats were trades that were ended up being absolutely huge trades, And they were down before they went in our favor, but the gap's really good. Again, understanding what to do, having the knowledge of the right information will help you succeed. I know it sounds like common sense, but far too many people are trading and don't get that. Don't trade with common sense, actually. So I teach a class once a month. I just did the class for May this past weekend, so the next class is June. But if you want to join now, you can start trading with us now before the June class. Your subscriptions would start immediately. So the Golden Gap course is a class on how to find, pick, and play professional bearish gaps. Class is online. You can be anywhere in the world and take it. And again, I'm doing an earnings season deluxe package that's going on through this Friday, May 9th. If you want to join, again, this was a nice trade that we did in Apple. If you sign up for the Golden Gap course bundle by May 9th, you will receive the following. The Gap Options newsletter subscription free for 1 year. So this would take you into May of 2026. That's a long time and a lot of trades. The trading room free for 1 year. This is 12 months into 2026 as well. The market report subscription, again, free for 1 year. 2 one-hour mentoring sessions with me, which is invaluable. I suggest you do them after the class, but if you want to do them before the class, because the classes aren't until June, that's fine. And the Wealth Manifestation course free, which is a great class. Everybody loves that class. Really helpful. That's a half-day course. So this special package, this deluxe package, ends 5/9. Here are the dates. So the bundle class tuition is $89.99. So the special is you sign up for the bundle, and you will get the deluxe package, which includes, again, everything's online. I just want to say that all the classes are online, which includes the Golden Gap course, June 7th and 8th, the Trends course, June 10th, and the Gap Options course, which is June 12th. And again, if you're someone that is interested in making money in the market, this is just one of the things that you want to do, because it's very, 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 very important to understand this is a zero-sum game. If you're interested in doing this and you want to get into doing this, you have to be one of the people that puts yourself ahead of the pack, because for every winner, there is one loser. And again, you want to be the winner. So in order to do that, you have to have a system, you have to have a strategy, and you have to know what to do. So again, this is a really nice special. These are all the classes. You're going to get the free subscriptions, 2 mentoring sessions, and the Wealth Manifestation course free with this special. Don't delay. You can start trading this week. We had a nice trade today, like I said, in Apple. Email me or call me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com if you have questions. Great week.